Shalom. I'm going to start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Arachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Because of their violence against Jacob, shame will cover them. And that's spoken of in Obadiah. The Apostle Ramlab had did a lesson about a week ago called F Your Apology. And, hey, nobody trying to hear it. All right, we not trying to hear that, and the Most High damn sure ain't trying to hear it. All right, because what was done, that's something you just can't say you're sorry for. You just can't apologize for such atrocities. All right, the only way to rectify all that was done in the past is if you go through that experience. All right, and that's real true justice. All right. So going back to this this Dutch prime minister, like Mark Rutte, he apologized on the behalf of the Netherlands for their historical role in, the transatlantic slave trade, what happened to the people during captivity. And we know they have a history of colonization, and they went down into the interiors of Africa and colonized and conquered and enslaved people, primarily of the dark races. You got Jake that are scattered among Ham down there in the interiors of Africa. And we know that the scriptures say even Yahweh Shai, he when he was given a warning to the disciples and the people, he basically said that we will be led captive into all nations until the fullness of the Gentiles are fulfilled. All right. And that happened. We were literally scattered and led captive into all nations, literally. And, what happened to us was unprecedented. We went through total hell, and the Lord, he brought judgment, or he brought total hell upon Israel. All right, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. In Daniel, because no other nation have suffered the like of what has happened to Israel. Daniel 9:12, it says, "And he have confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem." All right. And I want to, bring something out because, he's trying to, apologize for what was done. But there's still certain things that are being done that's still not rectified. All right. And, you're going to apologize for that, or you're going to, stop that. So this is what I'm going to do. Because I'm not going to read this. All right. I'm pretty sure you already heard, going back to when the elder apostle Ramlab had did the lesson and responding to it. This guy wanted to make an apology to these people. Now, is he going to apologize for this history? All right. And if you don't know about this history, you can actually look it up. All right. Now, the Dutch, that's the, the Netherlands, Belgium, those areas in that region of Europe. And, they were the ones who went out and they went and colonized. They went, into the interiors of Africa and colonized. Well, you had during the time of King Leopold, all right, the second. All right. And there's some shameful, disgusting history that a lot of our people don't know. And you know, I wonder, is he gonna apologize for this? But even if you apologize, how does that rectify what was done? So let me go into this real quick.
Discover the Ozempic Zone. Ask your healthcare provider about Ozempic.
So listen up real quick.
Hello fam, welcome back to the African Diaspora News Channel. I am Wingil Zalalam, bringing you the story. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a chocolate named Antwerp? I might be saying it wrong. It's a Belgium chocolate, and they produce lots of chocolates, but the popular chocolate that they have is of severed hands. And it's really ironic. It's the same Belgium that had...
Now, mind you, we're supposed to be saddened. We're supposed to be offended when these small hats, whenever the topic of the cost comes up, we're not to, question what happened, give our opinion about what we think happened about it. Can't say nothing about it. You just gotta accept, that, this is the worst atrocity done to man and nothing could compare. They have a museum about it. They got all kind of films and pieces on it. And if you mention anything about it in a different light, the anti-SIM card will be thrown at you real quick. But they're not going to talk about this though. All right, King Leopold, he would not be held in the same regard as they hold Hitler. All right, shows you right there that these devils, they're hypocrites, and they really don't have any care for anyone else outside of themselves. All right, he's not going to apologize for this, and this is what's current over there in Belgium, which is next door to the Netherlands. They still sell these chocolates, by the way. So if you're really sorry, well, what about your neighbors that's still selling these chocolates that's commemorating what was done to these slaves down in the Congo? Which I'm pretty sure, that was Jake down there. Jake is all in the Congo. All right, there's different tribes in the Congo who descend back to the slave trade. They were Israelites. So let's listen to a little bit of this. I'm not going to play this whole video.
A leader named King Leopold II. We talked about him before, what he did in Congo. Their lives were not taken away from them because during the ruling of Leopold II, which was the leader of Belgium, about 15 million Africans died. 15 after he colonized the African countries like Congo, Rwanda, and Burundi. Do you know how many Jews Hitler killed? 6 million Jews. And we hear about it everywhere. We hear about the Holocaust. We hear about the Jews dying, 6 million of them. And yet King Leopold killed 15 million Africans. That's this guy's legacy. From all the colonizers, he was the worst of them all. There's no better colonizer, don't get me wrong. All of them had no right to come and own anybody or colonize, but this guy was the most ruthless rulers of Belgium. He was a cruel human being. So when I found out this Belgium company, chocolate company, sells severed hands as candy, as chocolate, and it has the dark hands and brown hands, I was like, are they making fun of us? But let me tell you something. They say that this severed hand concept came from a folk tale or like one of those, oral histories that they told from generation to generation. They even have names for them. There was this person that used to sever hands, and then somebody went there and, cut his hands and threw it in the lake, whatever. But I don't know where that story came from. probably from what King Leopold did to the Congolese, cutting off their hands if they don't meet their quota and killing them and killing their babies. And it's a significant thing because they used to start from the hand, and that's how they did it. That's how they used to scare the people that are there to make them work more. They cut off one hand and then they continue with the other. Even before killing them, they wanted to torture them. So are you telling me this is a coincidence? The same people that did that to millions of people. King Leopold alone is responsible for 10 to 15 million Africans dying, way before Holocaust. So you're telling me that's a coincidence that you did that, and now you have this, chocolate company that sells severed hands, black and brown. I've seen a little white here and there, but mostly black and brown. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not convinced that this is just a folk tale that they used to tell each other. Even if it's a story that they used to tell each other, where did it come from? Where did it come from? So I feel like this is just a slap on the face, especially those who had to go through that, or their ancestors had to go through that. And this company is just selling, and that's their, as I told you, that's their best-selling chocolate.
And that just shows you the inhumane nature of this devil, man. He's a straight beast. They have no remorse for what they do. That's why, do you really consider when these devils make their apologies? These devils ain't sincere, man. Like, all this is just supposed to just, be erased and go away with just a damn apology. That's not how it works, man. All right, so let's get some precepts, because ultimately, what was done against us, all right, is not going to be forgiven, because you've done, so many atrocities, and heinous acts against us. And guess what? The Lord will always remember what you've done. That's why you're going to pay for it. It's going to be rectified, but you're going to pay for it in that 1,000-year reign of Yahushua in the kingdom, man. That's when you're going to get that retribution. That's when we're going to get the real reparation. This is Psalms 109, verse 14. It says, "Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth." All right, and the Lord, he all that is still in his mental Rolodex, so to speak. All that you've done since you devils came into power, man. As soon as you came out of those caves, when you came out of the bottomless pit, all right, you went and you waged war against the saints of the Most High and deceived the whole planet. All right, so that's what it is. And also the scriptures say this, Ecclesiastes 3, verse 15, it says, "That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past." So it's going to be required of you devils, man. Even going back to the days when we were still in our land, when you helped to assist those Babylonians in taking us down and, ransacking the temple and burning it, from that moment to what Haman tried to do during the time of Xerxes, to what you did during the Hellenist period, and when the Greeks came into power, to Rome. You got to pay for everything, man. All right. And because of your violence, shame was going to cover you. Obadiah verse 15. It says, actually, let me jump up to verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Let me get Jeremiah 49. Verse 10 through 12, it says, "But I have made Esau bare," meaning I've exposed him. "I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself." Yeah, you can't hide from your history, from your past, man. and it's not going to be erased with just a simple ass apology. That's not how it works, man. All right, all these countries still paying reparations to the modern state of Israel to this day for what's allegedly happened almost 100 years ago. All right, so what the hell, man? It says his seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken. And art thou he that shall go, thou shalt altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. And you definitely, you devils, y'all gonna check it down. All right? Down to the dregs. All right, it's Lamentations 4 and 21, and I'm going to read this one in the NLT. And it says, are you rejoicing in the land of Uz, O people of Edom? But you too must drink from the cup of the Lord's anger. You too will be stripped naked in your drunkenness. O beautiful Jerusalem, your punishment will end. You will soon return from exile, but Edom, your punishment is just beginning. Soon your many sins will be exposed. And we're just in that time, man. You being completely exposed. All right. And the hell with your apologies. There's nothing you can do. Just accept that, eventually you're going to go into captivity and you're going to drink of the same cup that we drank. All right. What was done is done. And, next is your turn. So, I want to go into that, man. Knowing this little history right here. But yeah, these devils want to come out and make apologies. Come on, man. Knock it off. All right. But, we just gonna wait and, eventually, all things will be rectified, man. There's a reckoning that's going to come for sure. All right. And the Lord's going to, he's going to bring that. So anyway, with that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.